You know that feeling when you walk into a room and suddenly can't remember why you're there? Or when a name you've known for years just vanishes from your mind? Most of us shrug it off as just part of getting older. But what if I told you there's one everyday habit, something so normal, so routine, that's actually accelerating memory loss after 65? And chances are, you're doing it right now without realizing the damage it's causing. Neurologists are sounding the alarm because this isn't just about forgetfulness. It's about your brain shrinking faster than it should. The good news? Once you know what it is, you can stop it in its tracks, and maybe even reverse some of the damage. Hi, I'm Betty and I'm so happy you're joining me today. Before we dive into this important topic, please take a moment to hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up and comment below telling me where you're watching from. I love connecting with all of you from around the world, so now let's begin. First, let's talk about what's really going on inside your head, and how to protect it. Imagine this: it's evening, you're tired, and you sink into your favorite chair to unwind. Maybe you turn on the TV, scroll through your phone, or just sit there staring at the wall. Seems harmless, right? But here's the terrifying truth: sitting for long periods without mental stimulation is like pouring concrete over your brain. A groundbreaking study from the University of California found that seniors who spent more than 3 hours a day in passive activities, like watching TV or zoning out, had twice the rate of memory decline compared to those who stayed engaged. Why? Your brain thrives on challenge. Without it, those critical neural connections start to wither, like a muscle that never gets used. But here's where it gets worse. Many of us compound the problem by doing this one thing right before bed. The pre-sleep habit that's erasing your memories. You've had a long day, and all you want is to relax. So you grab your tablet or phone and start scrolling, catching up on news, checking emails, or browsing social media. It feels like downtime, but to your brain, it's chaos. The blue light from screens tricks your brain into thinking it's daytime, slashing your production of melatonin, the sleep hormone. And poor sleep doesn't just leave you groggy, it directly damages your hippocampus, the memory center of your brain. Neurologists at Harvard found that seniors who used screens within 1 hour of bedtime had significantly worse memory recall the next day. But the real shocker? It's not just screens. What if I told you that one of the most recommended activities for seniors, something you probably do every single day, is actually stealing your memories? You'd want to know what it is immediately, right? Well, here's the bombshell. Excessive daytime napping is quietly damaging your brain. Now, before you panic, yes, short power naps can be refreshing. But neurologists at Johns Hopkins discovered something terrifying. Seniors who napped for more than 30 minutes a day showed shrinkage in brain areas critical for memory. And those who napped over an hour? Their brains aged 3 times faster. Why? Because long daytime naps disrupt your nighttime sleep cycle, the time when your brain actually cleans out the toxic proteins linked to Alzheimer's. Think of it like this: if you keep interrupting a janitor trying to clean your house, eventually the trash piles up. That's exactly what's happening inside your head. Here's how it works: you sleep poorly at night, maybe due to medications, pain, or that screen time we talked about earlier. So you're exhausted by afternoon and crash on the couch. That long nap then makes it harder to sleep again that night. Round and round it goes, each cycle starving your brain of the deep, restorative sleep it desperately needs to preserve your memories. But here's what's really unfair: many seniors need to rest during the day. Chronic pain, medications, or just lower energy levels make naps feel necessary. So what's the solution? The 20-minute, brain-saving, nap rule. Neurologists agree: if you must nap, never exceed 20 minutes. Set an alarm. Why? Because shorter naps stay in the light sleep phase, giving you energy without plunging you into deep sleep, which causes grogginess and nighttime insomnia. But there's an even better alternative: one that boosts memory instead of harming it. The coffee nap trick. Drink a small cup of coffee right before lying down. Close your eyes for just 15 to 20 minutes. The caffeine takes about 20 minutes to kick in, so you wake up doubly refreshed, with sharper focus and better memory recall. Studies show this combo enhances cognitive function in seniors. Now, let's talk about something even doctors overlook. Many common medications cause excessive daytime drowsiness, making you need those dangerous long naps. For example, blood pressure pills, anxiety medications, even over-the-counter allergy meds. If you're on any of these, talk to your doctor about adjusting doses to morning only, switching to less sedating alternatives, adding a gentle movement routine, like afternoon stretching, to fight fatigue naturally. Because here's the truth, every unnecessary minute you spend in deep daytime sleep is time stolen from your memories. But the worst offender isn't napping or screens, it's a socially encouraged habit that's far more destructive. We'll expose it next, along with the exact protocol neurologists use to reverse mild cognitive decline. Let me share something that might surprise you. That afternoon crossword puzzle or morning Sudoku you've been doing to keep your mind sharp. It's barely making a dent in protecting your memory. Because while mental games help, neurologists now know there's one everyday habit that overrides all those efforts, and chances are, you're doing it right now without realizing how much damage it's causing. Chronic social isolation is quietly erasing your memories faster than anything else we've discussed. A shocking 15-year study from Brigham and Women's Hospital found that seniors with strong social connections had brains that functioned like people 5 to 10 years younger. But those who were lonely, their memory centers shrank nearly twice as fast. Why? Because conversation isn't just talk, it's the ultimate brain workout. Every discussion forces your brain to retrieve words instantly, read facial expressions, process tone and emotion, formulate responses, remember details. But here's what's really heartbreaking, many seniors don't even realize they've become isolated until it's too late. The pandemic accelerated this, but the truth is, retirement, losing friends, or moving away from family can creep up on anyone. You might be thinking, but I see people at church occasionally, or I talk to my daughter on Sundays. That's better than nothing, but neurologists say it's not enough. Your brain needs regular, meaningful interaction, the kind that makes you laugh, think, and sometimes even argue. The danger isn't just feeling lonely. When researchers examined the brains of isolated seniors, they found 30% more amyloid plaques, the sticky proteins linked to Alzheimer's, thinner cortexes in memory regions, less blood flow to cognitive centers. But here's the good news, it's never too late to reverse this. And you don't need to become the life of the party to do it. Neurologists at Yale developed this simple protocol that's shown remarkable results in just 8 weeks. 30 minutes of social interaction, 3 times weekly. Doesn't have to be in person, video calls work. Must be interactive, not just watching others talk. Should include some debate or problem solving. The memory booster conversation formula. Instead of surface chats about weather or aches, try. What's your strongest childhood memory? If you could relive one day, which would it be? What advice would you give your 30-year-old self? The unexpected benefit of helping others. Tutoring kids, mentoring, or even reading to shelter animals forces your brain into teaching mode, which builds new neural pathways while reducing stress hormones that damage memory. Here's your simple action plan starting today. Audit your social diet. Count your meaningful interactions this past week. Aim to add just one more next week. Create brain dates. Schedule regular calls with old coworkers. Join a book club, many meet virtually. Visit your local senior center just to people watch. Turn chores into social time. Grocery shop when stores are busy. Take walks where others gather. Eat at community tables in cafes. Remember what neuroscientist Dr. Lisa Genova says: the brain you have is the brain you use. Every conversation, every shared laugh, every moment of connection is literally rebuilding the memory centers you thought were gone forever. So here's my challenge for you this week: reach out to one person you haven't spoken to in months. Not for them, for your brain. Because your memories are worth fighting for, and now you know exactly how to protect them. Aging doesn't have to mean disappearing. In fact, some of the most vibrant, sharpest minds I know are in their 80s and 90s, not because of good genes, but because they refuse to let the world forget them, and in doing so, they never forgot themselves. If this video helped you, pay it forward, share it with someone who might need to hear it. Also, don't forget to subscribe. And remember, your best memories may still be ahead of you. Here's to making every one of them count.